Welcome to West Ham TV as we bring you live coverage of West Ham under-21s against Fulham under-21s in the Premier League 2. I'm your commentator Tyler Morris, taking you through all the action. It's a night where the young Hammers look to continue their fine form from the 3-2 win against Chelsea, who were then league leaders a couple of weeks ago, as well as extend their fantastic run of 5 wins in their last 7 Premier League 2 games. But it won't be easy for them against a Fulham side who have the chance to climb 3 places up the table into 3rd tonight, as well as look to repeat the 3-1 scoreline on the opening day against West Ham United back in August. A lot has changed since, particularly the weather, but also the form of West Ham United, who had a tricky start to the campaign but have really turned it around since early November. That win here against Wolves started things off. They've continued with wins against, of course, Chelsea a couple of weeks ago, Spurs in there too. And they look to extend their run in the Premier League 2 this evening. So let's take you through the teams, starting off with West Ham United. They're unchanged from that 3-2 win at Chelsea a couple of weeks ago. Luis Dial in centre-back has continued his starting place since this game against Manchester United a couple of weeks ago here at the Rush Green Stadium. Clayton remains at left wing-back. There is a front 3 this evening. George Earthy scored recently for the under-21s. Mubama is the main man up front. He got a brace for the under-18s against Stoke a week ago, I should say. He is leading the line. And then for Fulham, there's 4 changes to the side. The goalkeeper remains unchanged in Alex Borto, the number 1. However, the goal scorer in the opening day of the season for Fulham, McFarlane, he drops down to the bench, allowing a Blade to come into the side. And Luke Harris, who's been missing for a few games for Fulham, he scored 6 goals this season. He was on the bench for the first team game in the friendly back in December against West Ham United. He starts this evening for the under-21s. So all we wait for now are the 2 teams, both West Ham United and Fulham, as kickoff is due in about 3 minutes' time, as the referee Lloyd Wood will walk the teams out shortly, just from where you're watching to the left-hand side. What's a big evening for the under-21s, who are looking to get of the form of the under-18s, really. A lot of the players are the same, the likes of Mubama. Up top, he plays a lot for the under-18s. He's been scoring for the under-18s. He's also been nominated for Player of the Month in the Premier League 2 for January after scoring 4 goals in 3 games. But what can he do against this Fulham side tonight, as the teams are making their way out onto the field? Fulham at the moment struggling to find their form. They've dipped down a little bit, but they do have a chance to go right back up the table. They can leapfrog Crystal Palace just ahead of them, as well as Chelsea too. As for West Ham United, a lot of these players I mentioned in the under-18s, the FA Youth Cup, a lot of them were in action at Stoke last week and are back with the under-21s tonight. And they've got a away trip to Ipswich coming up in the quarter-finals. For Fulham, their under-18s, they went out in the previous round to Southampton. But it's a whole new situation because it's back with the Premier League 2, back with the under-21s, and we are almost set for kickoff. There is a decent crowd out there of West Ham United supporters coming into the Rush Green Stadium this evening, particularly on that far side. First sign of a few chants going on from the West Ham United fans, as we're almost set and ready for kickoff here at the Rush Green Stadium. Hedgie's been a starter really almost all season for West Ham United in the under-21s team. He has a little bit of competition though recently, because Knightsbridge is on the bench this evening for West Ham United. He's returned from his loan to Harrow Borough. Knightsbridge actually started the first home game this season for West Ham United back in August. That was against Arsenal. But it's a different London opposition this time for West Ham United, who will get us underway at the Rush Green Stadium. And the man who will get the first kick of the ball is the man who's most likely to get a decisive kick of the ball this evening. Mubama's been in fine form, and he will get us underway for West Ham United. There we go then. Straight away we see Fulham pressing straight up at West Ham United, who are always comfortable in possession, particularly with their back three, and this man Casey, who's quick to go long towards Swire, wearing the number 7 shirt this evening. Not a bad early position for West Ham United to be in, right up the field. Chance to try and box Fulham in. The good thing for West Ham there is that, like, it went out of play, or went into play before going back out. In fact, no, they've changed their mind. West Ham United thought they were getting on with their own throw. Fulham will get a second chance with their number 3, Aroko. Do have their turn on the ball now, West Ham United. Casey. Liang cool under pressure. Robson will have to do the same. Luisiala, first touch for the number 3. He's getting settled in life here in East London. Sprung out towards the far side. West Ham United looking to come forward. It's just a player they want to get it towards Mubama. Fulham deal with it for now. There's the number 3 signed from Sao Paulo just a few weeks ago in the January window. So Clayton's only option was to go forward towards Mubama. Fulham get it clear. Robertson did manage to find a teammate, but it's well dealt with by Liang. And here's Robinson now on this near side. Liang's seen more of the ball in these opening stages than anyone in a West Ham United shirt. Here he is again. This is Casey. Apia Forson providing the option from midfield now for West Ham United. Swire sends it back towards Casey again. Here's Apia Forson for West Ham United. He looks to play it in behind towards Robinson. This is a good opportunity for West Ham United. Fine defending from Fulham's Robinson and the other end. And for the first time this evening, West Ham United have a corner. How about this for a pass from Apia Forson? Beautifully floated over the top. Number 2 was onside. It's a good early chance to get the ball into the Fulham penalty area. They won't do it directly. Freddie Potts gets it in now. Apia Forson, he was always going to hit it from that kind of range. It's that situation where your eyes light up. Unfortunately for him, it was the floodlights which he was closer to. The first real chance for Fulham to settle down on the ball. Porto. West Ham United trying their best not to allow that to happen. Still pressing high at Fulham. Here's Mubama. Freddie Potts finds Lucy out. As Fulham urged up the field to put the pressure on West Ham United. It's worked as they've been forced all the way back to their goalkeeper Hedgie. Great ball out towards that far side. It's Clayton who, via the handball, wins West Ham United a free kick. Quite an easy one for the referee. I think we'll all agree on that occasion. It's Saruko who jumps highest for Fulham. Henry now for the Cottagers. And this is Robinson. Robinson being put under pressure this time. Needed the help from his teammates. West Ham United still trying to win it high up the field. Apia Forson leading the press for now. He couldn't quite find an angle, but West Ham United will continue with Luisi out. This is Casey. Robertson will try and deliver it over the top early towards Mubama. It was a nice idea. Porto read the situation well in goal for Fulham. It is a big night for West Ham United. You have the chance to go 5 clear at the bottom. It's 5 points above Spurs, who are currently occupying that last relegation position. They can also go above Blackburn into 10th this evening, the home side. So Robinson does well to win it back for West Ham United. Casey. It's another one of those floated balls out from Hedgie, and West Ham United can now break forward with Earthy. Loads of options to the right-hand side. One of them is Robinson. The deflection might have just made it a tad simpler for Porto in goal for Fulham. But it's been a good start from the home side. Dioria Henry sends it long forward. It's coming straight back at Fulham again. Gus was there to win the header for Fulham. Once more being pressed by West Ham United. Wasn't the kick that Porto would have wanted. And now West Ham United will have their second opportunity to get the ball into the Fulham penalty area. This was that drive forward from Earthy. It's always going to be difficult for Robinson on his weaker left foot. That wasn't shaky from Porto, but this kick out was. And really, that's Hilton's first involvement of the game. Not the way he would have wanted to start. So here comes the West Ham United free kick. It's played short towards Earthy. It's a clever move from West Ham United. Mubama just couldn't quite get it under control. Clayton. It's the highest we've seen Luis Yal up the field so far. It's Fulham being urged to press again at West Ham United. First real involvement now for Payasiti, who scored in the 1-1 draw against Everton in their last Premier League 2 game, Fulham. This is Levi Liang. Robinson now on this near side. We just saw ahead that Swire was making the run forward. It's Robinson who will keep on running forward though on the ball. Now it's Swire. It's number 7 looks to go around the outside. No real appeals of any kind of free kick. It was a good challenge from the Fulham number 3. City plays it over to this right-hand side. Charlie Robinson now for Fulham. It's a smash towards the centre of the field. There's a running behind from one of the Fulham changes. Blade was dealt with though by Liang, and West Ham United can start again with their goalkeeper. Swire does brilliantly to head it on towards Mubama. Claiming that he was being pulled down. It was good defensive work in there from Sonny Hilton. Here's the number 7 again for Fulham. Borto will now go long. Ball from Clayton towards Earthy, but he wasn't an offside position. The flag goes up on this near side. Robinson for Fulham. Arujo on this near side now, dribbling inside. Dioria Henry finds Williams. And too much pressure on that far side. Dioria Henry. Arojo now on this near side for Fulham. So let's go direct in behind. A Blade will leave it for Goddo. First time we've seen the number 11 involved for Fulham. It's a dangerous ball towards the back post. Hedgie had to deal with it. He'll be happy to see that he was palming it out to a teammate. Swire now for West Ham United. That might just liven things up from a Fulham point of view, because so far, from an attacking point of view, it's really been all West Ham United. Robinson. Did well to get it under control. This was that chance for Fulham just before. I wonder if Hedgie knew if a Blade was running in at that back post for Fulham. He knew he had to deal with it, that's for sure. He did so well in the end. That's a fine challenge in there from Freddie Potts for West Ham United. They can move forward themselves now. Mubama screaming for it off the ball. Swire now has it on the ball. For the second time this evening, West Ham United have themselves a corner. Freddie Potts, the man to take it, was on the bench in the friendly between the first teams of both West Ham United and Fulham back in December. That was a 1-1 draw. The corner doesn't quite beat the first man. Goddo for Fulham will get it further clear. Only as far as Earthy. This time the number 11 will look to lead the attack for Fulham. Williams. Arujo now for Fulham. Pressure from Swire. It's well dealt with there, the pressure from West Ham United on Fulham. Fulham did well to come out with the ball. As here's Hilton on the far side. It's a drilled ball in towards the edge of the penalty area. And Luzial knew he had to get it away. And that's exactly what you need from your number 9. Under pressure. This was that Fulham move forward again. You just wonder if Harris on the edge of the penalty area could have got his shot away sooner for Fulham. He scored 6 goals this season in the Premier League too. And that's with missing a few games as well. This is Casey for West Ham United. He does let it go. Potts was certain it was a foul, and Fulham looked to go on. Almost on for the opener. West Ham United furious. There was the challenge, the trip from behind. But it was Okas who went on and on. It just came off the outside of the post. Best chance we've seen so far. So all of a sudden it's turned into quite an even contest. This time West Ham United do get themselves a free kick just beyond the halfway line. It was a trip last time, this time just a pull back. It's not quite the ball that Pierre Forson would have wanted. Number 8 did well. Not once, but twice for West Ham United. Here's Swire. Coolly done by DeAndre Henry. Blade's got a chase on with Liang. Liang came out on top for West Ham United. Just too much on there for Robinson. This is Okas now for Fulham. Drilled out towards the near side. Goddo now. Fulham have been good the last 5 minutes or so. The ball's floated towards that back post. And Clayton couldn't be sure. And for the first time this evening, Fulham get themselves a corner now on the far side. It was Hilton who was just running in at that back post for Fulham, which meant Clayton did have to deal with it. Just like West Ham United have to deal with this corner. Casey usually does get there first, and it's the same on this occasion. Back in from Fulham again. The angle's highest that time for West Ham United. A good spell this from the visitors. Payasiti. West Ham United have brought their defensive line all the way up to the halfway line, as they're pressing up high at Fulham again and forcing the Cottagers long and wide, and out for a West Ham United throw. This is a Pia Fawcett. Yang now for West Ham United. Brilliant work from Swire to flick it back towards Earthy. Back with the number 10 again. Easy out. There's Dioria Henry there for Fulham to win it back for the away side. Mubama, who's battling away for West Ham United. Fulham have it back again with their number 1, Borto. Baruko now for Fulham. Good pressure from George Earthy. A great flick too towards Robinson. He'll go early with the ball into the penalty area. Just as early as the shot from the goalkeeper Borto. He was down quickly for Fulham. Seems like in the last 5 minutes the Fulham goalkeeper has had more of the ball than anyone else. Okas. Payasiti is screaming for it on this near side for Fulham the whole time. So Pia Fawcett brought down, but is quick to take the free kick for West Ham United. Earthy finding a gap between the lines. As Clayton will deliver it low. And Mubama tries to get there first for West Ham United. He did, but via the use of his arm, Fulham get themselves a free kick. Great stretch in there from Dioria Henry. Definitely, if you go by Premier League rules, any contact really off the arm in the attacker's penalty area will often be a free kick to the opposition. As here come Fulham. Williams looks to send it to that right-hand side early. Clayton will see it out though for West Ham United. So we're a quarter of the way through. Fulham have come closest by hitting the post. It was Okas with a long-range strike. There's been a couple of decent moments for West Ham United in and around the Fulham penalty area. It's been a close and competitive contest so far. these situations where Fulham have just forced the ball long. Arijo. Godot tried to take it around the outside of Robertson. He was so patient there defensively for West Ham United. There was calls there for Godot from his teammates just to take on Robinson. It was Robertson that won that battle. Earthy. And now Robertson has a chance to show what he can do from a defensive point of view. As it's still with the number 2. Here's Mubama, just the player they want. The second time round, Robertson was happy to let it go for a corner. There's a fantastic play on this near side between Robinson and Earthy. A little flick over the top to find Robinson again. Clayton's had a long trek over from the far side towards this near side for West Ham United to take the corner. First one didn't really beat the first man. This one doesn't beat the goalkeeper. As Fulham look to break away quickly. It's Godot who will get there for the away side. Take 2 against Robinson. So far winning the battle as he delivers the ball in. Well headed away by Luizial. Important defending from the West Ham United number 3. This is Okas. Robinson now for Fulham. Godot's been very involved the last few moments for Fulham. Here's Okas. This time it's Fulham's turn to keep West Ham deep in their own half. Payasiti. Get it back again, the number 8 in a dangerous position. What a fine challenge from Freddie Potts there for West Ham United. As Robinson won't get the free kick. He'll be penalised for handball. This was that Fulham chance. It's Payasiti who started the move. He looked to finish it too if it wasn't for that fine slide challenge from Freddie Potts. I think Junior Robertson knew he was in trouble when 2 Fulham players were around him. West Ham United could be in trouble with this Fulham free kick. As it's delivered towards the far post, it's dangerous! And it's so close to the Fulham opener. It was Robinson at that back post. No one could get a touch on it from a West Ham United point of view. Just stretching right on the byline. As Fulham won't stop there. They're back on it now with Okas. Harris now for Fulham. This could be a chance for Harris, who unleashes Godot. It's a clever reverse ball from Payasiti. Just too much on it in the end. And I think West Ham United will just look to reset. Swire battling away on the far side. Jay Williams sends it long for Fulham. Hilton throws it back towards Williams. This is D'Oria Henry. Fulham will now try their luck on this near side. It's a good outcome for West Ham United. This is Louise Yao. Robinson for Fulham. Sends it out towards D'Oria Henry. Yao was aware of the pressure. So too was Apia Forson. He delivers a fine ball out towards Robinson now. This is Levi Liang now for West Ham United. Sorojo goes back towards Robinson now for Fulham. Despite the mistake from West Ham United, it does give them an opportunity to press up high at Fulham. Robinson just struggling to find an option at the moment. Despite finding a Fulham shirt, Pia Forson almost broke away with it there for West Ham United. Fulham are having a fantastic season, currently in 6th. Can go up to 3rd tonight with a win. And considering they're only promoted to the top division of the Premier League 2 in the summer, this young side really showing what they're capable of. West Ham United looking to stop them tonight and stopping them for now. But Hilton really did their job for them by stumbling on the ball. Okas, it's a good turn away from trouble. Harris. Williams finds Hilton. Hilton could only find Liang, who got it away for West Ham United. Swire was a little outnumbered, does well to win his side the throw. Sorojo for Robinson now for Fulham. And Robinson only found Mubama, and Mubama could be away now for West Ham United. It's the biggest chance of the game. He needed 2 chances, but second time round, he found the back of the Fulham net and rolls West Ham United into the lead with 33 minutes gone. It just had to be him. It was the last player that Fulham wanted to give the ball away to. It's now 5 goals in his last 4 Premier League 2 games for Mubama. but really this one gifted to him. He was confident enough to take it on his weaker left foot, not once, but twice. And it was second time round for Borto, who couldn't keep it out for Fulham. And West Ham United are in front. So in a game which has been pretty even for the majority, one mistake has proved costly. Almost a second there straight away from Fulham. Done well to break out with the ball now. Paziti. Arojo now for Fulham. Henry finds Williams on the far side for the visitors, who are looking just to get themselves back together again. Just tell that the noise levels from those West Ham United players have gone up a little notch since the goal. Pressure keeps on working for West Ham United, who have themselves a throw now. That was goal number 7 in the Premier League 2 this season from Mubama. This is Luis Yao. And I think he'll be pretty happy with that. Winning his side the goal kick. First time West Ham United can get themselves the ball since scoring. That's why I couldn't find a teammate in claret and blue with the knock on forward. As Williams goes back for Fulham. Swai, who was working hard again initially on that far side. Tried to set Mubama free. Arojo now for Fulham. Okas has a little bit of room now on the halfway line. It's an interesting time for West Ham United. Just over 5 minutes to go before the half-time break. Is it a time to go for more? Or do they try and sit back for the last, 7 or so minutes of this first half? They're helped out for now with the offside. Luizia will go long for West Ham United. Here's Freddie Potts now. Robertson's been making that run down the near side for a while. Couldn't quite take it in stride initially, but does well to pull it back for Freddie Potts, who was searching for that top corner. wasn't too far away from finding it and from finding a West Ham United second. It was the perfect layoff from Robinson. Potts tried to guide it in towards that top corner. Arojo now for Fulham. West Ham United start with the pressure again. But Pia Forson couldn't make the most of it for West Ham United. It's a fantastic touch from Mubama. And he was brought down too. West Ham United have themselves a free kick. How about that for a touch? Leaning back to take it down. And surprise, surprise, there's only one man for now for West Ham United with the ball in his hands. That is the goal scorer. Not only tonight, but the top goal scorer this season. Just being pushed back a few yards further than he would have wanted. But West Ham United did score from a free kick in the Premier League 2 quite a few weeks ago now, towards the end of November. Ollie Scarles, who's on the bench this evening, was the goal scorer that time. It's going to have to be something special to beat Porto from this range. Up steps Mubama, and just too much on it. It always did seem that it was quite a way out for the number 9, even for someone with Mubama's quality. Fulham look to break out late in the first half. Hilton. And goals aren't enough for Mubama, who keeps on pressing as well for West Ham United. As this is Casey. Will now try and take on the number 5. And the number 5, Casey, came out on top for West Ham United. Here's George Earthy. Coolly dealt with there by Liang. 2 Fulham players pressing onto him. And this is Clayton. Mubama's going to get it back again now for West Ham United. As Earthy looks to nod it down. As Fulham did West Ham United's work for them there, delivering the ball towards Earthy. They made a mistake for the West Ham opener. Almost could have been costly again there. Out there first for West Ham United. Whether this is Okas. Payet City looking to drive forward for the visitors. Robinson's done well to deal with Godot so far, but Godot this time finds room to deliver the cross. Payet City was always going to go for it. It was always going to be difficult, and it was an effort that was always rising. So important for Louisiana to get there first for West Ham United. It was a blade leaping for Fulham. As West Ham United just have the single minute of normal time to get through. Oh, brilliant play from Freddie Potts. Finds a pass too, and finds Mubama. As Mubama looks to find an angle. Could only find the back of the Fulham player's leg as Robinson's free at the back post. Always going to be tough for the number 2. But from one wing back to another, a fine delivery this from Clayton towards the back post. He was always stretching though, Junior Robinson. As we're about to go into, I believe, 1 minute of added time. And there is the confirmation of that 1 minute. As West Ham United look to come forward in the last exchanges of the first half. And in the warm-ups, Luisial was pinging it towards Casey, crossfield passes for a good 5 minutes. I wonder if he was thinking about it from this free kick here. Casey is free on this near side for West Ham United. Unsurprisingly, he'll go for the simple option. But it's a simple option which hasn't worked out for West Ham United and has presented one last first up opportunity for Fulham to get forward. But it's probably the most end-to-end period of the game we've seen so far. As here's Mubama. The goal scorer looking to turn provider. Could only turn into the Fulham player in what is the last action of a good first half for West Ham United. It's just a single goal that they lead by this time. But it's the same old goal scorer. Mubama at it again for West Ham United. Needed 2 attempts this time, but found the back of the net second time round. Half-time score, West Ham United 1, Fulham 0. And here was that goal from Mubama. It was Arujo who was putting his teammate under too much pressure. But the man who started it there, Mubama, needed a little bit of help from Earthy. And Mubama needed a little bit of help from the deflection back out towards the number 9. Second time round he was clinical, and that is the difference between the two sides at half-time. 1-0 to the Hammers at the interval. Welcome back to the Rush Green Stadium here in East London on our live coverage of West Ham United under-21s against Fulham under-21s. It is West Ham United who lead at half-time, thanks to this man on your screen, Mubama, who can't stop scoring at the moment. He scored twice against Chelsea in West Ham United's last Premier League 2 game. A huge 3-2 victory over the Blues. And at the moment, his goal is the difference between the two sides going into this second half. As first, there will be some changes, particularly for Fulham. Straight away, we've seen their number 16, Tanton, on the field. He's had to actually just run back off the field to be officially brought on. So here comes the number 16, as he's going to replace Deoria Henry. He was a starter in their last Premier League 2 game against Everton, the 1-1 draw. That was a couple of weeks ago. Fulham haven't won in the Premier League 2 since the middle of January, and they're going to need to turn things around completely if they are to do so here. For West Ham United, something they're starting to get used to is being in the lead at half-time. Swire wins the header for West Ham United. So too does Mubama. Although here come Fulham for the first opportunity for them in this second half, as they're inside the penalty area, twisting, turning. And there was a good challenge on Godot in the end. And for the first time in the second half, Fulham have a corner. But Casey had to be patient defensively, just about stretched to get a foot in. Strong defending from the number 5, who's usually the vocal point from a defensive point of view from these West Ham United defensive corners. That time, though, it was Swire who got it clear. First touch for the substitute Tanton. Payet City sent it in for Fulham. West Ham United deal with it again. But it's been a strong second half start from the Cottagers. They might have just allowed West Ham United an opportunity to press up the field. This is Williams. It's now West Ham United happy to put the pressure on Fulham. Williams again. And it was well read there by Clayton. Peter Forson at the moment leading the charge for West Ham United. It's Fulham forced long. Liang did well to take it down. One number 6 to another. As Fulham look to keep on going forward down this left-hand side. West Ham United importantly got it clear. Tanton again. And it was a sloppy pass from the substitute. Just dies down that Fulham momentum. This always looked a good chance for the number 8, Payet. Young doing everything he could to get it out for West Ham United. Swire doing everything he can now to bring the Hammers away as he looks to send Earthy away. And a really good challenge in there. Arajo for Fulham. Okas. Payet once again coming forward down the left-hand side. Finds Godot. Fulham have been good so far in this second half. Okas. He hit the post in the first 45. This is Tanton. Oroko. And that's exactly what West Ham United would have wanted, forcing Fulham all the way back to their goalkeeper. This is Borto rolling it out towards Williams. Peter Forson did well to win it back for West Ham United. And Hedgie had pressure on him. And West Ham United had themselves a free kick. This was that dart forward again from Swire. Did well to release Earthy. And it looked like Orojo got the ball. It's just whether he got a little touch on the West Ham United number 10, George Earthy. As West Ham United have themselves this free kick now. Casey's usually the player you rely on to win a header. It's he who will send it long for West Ham United. Tanton was there for Fulham. This is Okas. And yet another touch for the Fulham goalkeeper. Fulham in a rush to get on with the goal kick. Here's Robinson. This is Tanton now for Fulham. Hilton looking to provide an option. Tanton goes alone to deliver the ball in. It was Liang there for West Ham United. Tanton's been heavily involved since coming off of the bench at half-time for the away side. Who have had their moments of control in this game. So too have West Ham United. In such a tight game, it just shows the importance of that Mubama strike not too long before half-time. The fourth official just forced in to try and calm things down on the far side. Robertson had a lot of pressure on him as Fulham looked to break away. Okas for Tanton. Hilton now taking on Luis Yao and delivering the ball into the near post. It was Hedgie who had it covered. Well, Swire couldn't find Mubama, but Fulham helped out. That might have been handball. In fact, I'm almost certain it was. It was right in front of us. Take a second look at it now. But Swire's kick forward. Just see the arm coming out there from the Fulham centre-back Williams. This is Peter Forson in the centre for West Ham United. As Earthy finds Robinson on the far side. He's done so well to keep it for West Ham. It's just gone out on that far side. Robertson has struggled for options from these throw-ins really all game. There's always that option of down the line, which he goes for this time. And it'll be the same again. Pia Forson had a lot of pressure on in the number 8. It's well left from Swire. And a fantastic ball from Clayton. The flag's up. Fulham can't deny Mubama from scoring, but the linesman on the far side does. How about this, though? For a second time ball in from Clayton. Perfectly floated over the top. The perfect header, too. And the only problem was the timing of the run. West Ham United look to push up high again. Here's Okas. Robinson now for Fulham. Arojo. Clayton won it first for West Ham United. Potts looks to flick it down the line. This is Williams again for Fulham. Hilton was providing the option on this near side. Okas. This is now Hilton. It's a good ball down that line too. We haven't seen much of the Fulham number 9 Blade. Hilton once more. Payaziti plays it further out wide towards Godot. This time Arojo's there to help out for Fulham. Payaziti goes low to Harris. It's patient play from the visitors. West Ham United trying to break out and press. It's an important header one in there from Pia Forson to deny Harris from getting in behind. Just looks like Fulham are going to have to retake the free kick. This was what it was given for. It's just a little shove, little trip up from Robinson. This is a good chance for the Cottages as we're approaching the hour mark at the Rush Green Stadium. It goes in deep towards the back post. As Liang will get the final header up for West Ham United. And Okas will play it all the way back towards Sporto. It's just allowed West Ham United a chance to drive upfield. It looks like they're going to have to go back again. Okas for Harris. 6 goals this season in the Premier League too. His side need another one from him tonight. But West Ham United so far doing well to prevent it. It's a ball goes in towards the blade, but also in towards Hedgie, who was strong in goal for West Ham United. At the moment, West Ham United can't quite get it away. Okas once more. Payaziti. It's a low ball in from Godot. Casey in there for West Ham United. And Earthy's all alone for now. They're holding up the ball so well. And exactly what West Ham needed in that moment. Or West Ham United needed, I should say. As we do hit the hour mark. West Ham United leading by a goal to nil thanks to Mubama's first half goal. But this time, West Ham United penalised for handball. And Freddie Potts did well to block our view. But it was an important one for the referee to get right because West Ham United were breaking away. Here's Orojo for Fulham. Swire pressing up for West Ham United. And Hilton keep it in play. Mubama towering over West Ham United. Earthy can spin away from trouble. Williams. Cameron Swire again there for West Ham United. Fulham enjoying all the ball. At the moment, struggling to catch with it. So that's a good ball towards the far side. Hayasiti. Harris now for Fulham. Hilton. Williamson. Let's go long towards this near side. Lizial's got to chase on with Hilton. Lizial won that chase. But West Ham United for now just struggling to get the ball off of the Cottagers. Still just under half an hour to go. It's a long time to try and see out a one-goal lead. They've had the best chance though of this second half. They did hit the back of the net with Mubama again. It was the flag, though, that denied the second goal. As Robinson finds Williams. There's a lot of pressure on the number 5, which is why West Ham United win it back with Mubama. Fulham have scored 31 goals in the Premier League 2 this season. That's a record only bettered by Chelsea, City and Palace. Which is why a one-goal lead is always dangerous for West Ham United. But we particularly saw against Manchester United a few weeks ago how deadly the Hammers can be on the break. Hedgie goes long towards Mubama, who is offside. Williams. Ocas has pressure on him. Tanton now on this near side. West Ham United know the importance of holding on to this one-goal lead, or perhaps even extending it, because things don't get too much easier for them next time out. They've got Arsenal away next in the Premier League 2. That's at Meadow Park. The next home game here is against Brighton, who are fresh off a win themselves against Leicester. Fulham this time take the more direct approach. And I think that's what West Ham United would have wanted. Fulham just running out of patience in the end. I think Casey being on the throw just allows a better option to go further up the line. He finds Robinson. He's quite clearly pulled back, and the referee himself pulls it back for what will be a West Ham United free kick. West Ham United did see out a 1-0 lead against Spurs. That was after leading by a goal to nil at half-time. West Ham United turning up the pressure again. That was a good play from Clayton. Tanton finds Williams. Clayton will press up at Tanton again. Harris. And there's just too many West Ham United players in the way. But the referee is the one to get in the way of a potential West Ham United breakaway. He saw something in there. You could tell the reaction from the West Ham United players. They're not quite sure what it was, as here comes a second Fulham change. It's McFarlane who will come on. He scored the final goal in Fulham's 3-1 win against West Ham on the opening day of the season. He'll look to score their first one this time round. As it's drilled across towards the far side. Scotto did find a good angle for a cross, but not the right delivery. Ocas. Gordo's ball in this time's deflected. The same result again as West Ham United get it clear. As West Ham United get themselves a throw. It was a good challenge in there from Tanton. This is 20 minutes to go at the Rush Green Stadium. West Ham United leading by a 0-0. And West Ham United have another throw. Harris for Hilton. This could be promising for Fulham. As Hilton's weaving his way forward. It's Harris again. And there was a couple of deflections which lead to a Fulham corner. From this point, particularly now when he gets onto his stronger right foot, he was always likely to look up and find an option. So Louisiana with that final touch for West Ham United. But who will get the first touch from this corner? As it's Hilton who delivers. And Hedgie had a lot of pressure on him, which is why he decided just to palm it behind for the same again. There's a real floater from the Fulham number 7. Another drilled ball in towards the back post. Louisiana wins his header again for West Ham United. Tanton. And Apia Forsum putting the pressure on for West Ham United and forcing Fulham all the way back to their number 1. Robinson plays it out towards Orojo down the left-hand side for Fulham. Ocas. Williams at the moment struggling to find an option. Could only find Clayton. Williams again. Still no real options for the number 5. Might just be the end of Swire's night the next time the ball goes out of play. But we'll update you on that. As here's Williams again for Fulham. Drilled across towards Orojo. And it's a blade now for Fulham. And it's Casey, who's used to getting his head to it first. And Mubama was just pulled back there from Robinson. Such a silly foul to give away, really, because Fulham were going to come away with it. Here does come that change. And it is the number 7, Swire, who will make way for West Ham United. Coming on to replace him, Dan Chesters, who's just completed a loan from Colchester. Came off the bench against Manchester United here a few weeks ago. Coming off the bench again now. So we'll continue with the West Ham United free kick. It's long towards Mubama. He's claiming for a corner. He's not going to get it. This is Williams now for Fulham. Luzial won his header. Potts finds Casey. Casey has pressure on him. This is a Pierre Forson. Robinson now for West Ham United. Pierre Forson once more. Luzial now. First touch for Chesters, tries to flick it around the corner. Freddie Potts. Hilton can start this breakaway now for Fulham. Can't find an option though. This is Arojo. And I think Chester's just perhaps a tad unfortunate. When the defender goes down in that kind of situation, it's always likely the referee will bring it back for a free kick. And this could be a chance now for the away side from the corner. Hilton did cause Hedgie some problems about 5 minutes ago from one of the last corners. What can he do this time from the same near side? He'll drill it in once more. West Ham United strong defensively so far. Arojo. That seems to be the outcome of every single Fulham corner at the moment. Always ends back with their number 1. It's Harris. McFarlane just about managed to keep it. Here's Hilton. As Hilton sent it in towards the back post. Casey won the initial header. Pierre Forson helping out too. Fired in eventually. Could have come off anyone. Did come off a West Ham United player. Will be another Fulham corner. He was their last Premier League 2 goal scorer, the Fulham number 8 player Tsitsi. I wonder if Hilton will try and mix things up from this corner. Fulham are going to make a change first. It's a Blade who comes off. And Sanderson, who will come on now to replace him, the number 15. Haven't seen too much of a blade really throughout the whole 90 or 80 that he's played. What about Sanderson as he comes on? But first the Fulham corner. As it's drilled in towards the back post again. Fulham do win that first ball this time. As it goes back in towards the far post. And we know what Mubama can do offensively, that time helping out defensively. Fulham corner again. But it's the first time from one of these corners that West Ham United haven't won the first contact. So we're approaching double figures from the Fulham corner count. And it was just too far over Casey, which led to a good chance there for Fulham. One which flashes wide. Looks like it was the substitute McFarlane who couldn't find the target. I wonder if this West Ham United change will happen straight away. As it's the end of the night for Apia Forson. So here's Archie Wood, who will help out with the last 10 minutes for West Ham United. Another central midfielder, known more for his defensive work. Hence him coming on with 10 minutes to go. Hilton does well to keep it in play on this near side. And a good ball too towards Sorojo. Sorojo will go direct towards the penalty area. It's difficult for Hedgie, who did well on both occasions. First to palm it away from danger, and then to end that danger once and for all by claiming. Mubama will keep on going after the initial header. It's a good take from Potts. Chesters. We haven't seen a lot of possession from West Ham United in a little while. This is Mubama. This is Liang now for West Ham United. Fulham know they need to press at West Ham United and get this ball back. West Ham United doing well to keep it. And a little bit of hesitation from the linesman. It's just whether it took a touch off of Chesters on this near side. Clayton goes down the line, and there was just a shove in the back there from Chesters. Fulham have themselves a free kick. Here's Robinson now for Fulham. CT was pulled. As Fulham are about to make another change. It's Okas who makes way. And McCoy Splat will come on now for Fulham. 6.5 minutes to try and make something happen. But I can't remember any real big chances for Fulham in this second half. Despite a lot of pressure, West Ham United have dealt with it really well up until this point. As Fulham send another ball into that penalty area. Easyal's there again. Arojo. And Looks like the free kick's been given to West Ham United for handball. Something that happened on this near side to our left in the first half against Robinson for West Ham. This time against Arojo for Fulham. I think there was a clear takeout though that time. West Ham United will take anything they can get at the moment. Just over 5 minutes on the clock. Hadji will prepare to hammer it forward for the Hammers. Up towards this near side, just too high for Mubama. Chester's battling away. Fulham get it long. It's Pimble in the centre at the moment. That's good play from Archie Woods. Now Potts. As Casey sends it long towards Robinson on the far side. Robinson went down, but not with enough contact for the referee to award the free kick. Arojo. This could be a chance for the 14 to break away. Couldn't keep it in play though. As McFarlane at the moment not having the impact that he did have in the reverse fixture against West Ham United. All the way back in August. So here comes another West Ham United change. And it's the man who set up the only goal, George Earthy, who will make way. Kadoa is the man to come on for West Ham United. He's been one of the players who's been involved in that FA Youth Cup run that West Ham United are on. In the quarter-finals against Ipswich coming up soon. The under-18s have been in superb form all season. But it's the under-21s who are now building that up. And they can make it 8 wins. Or sorry, 6 wins in 8 games if they are to hold out Fulham here. Here's Williams. As Fulham go direct. Uzial wins the header. And there's a couple of deflections which has made it difficult for Casey to get it away. Kadoa straight involved for West Ham United. To another substitute in Chester's. Clayton. He'll leave too much for Kadoa to get onto it, but the number 15 will keep on pressing. McCoy Splat for Tanton. Here's Arojo now for Fulham. Sending it long down the line for Sanderson. Arojo plays it in first time. It was dangerous. This might be dangerous as well. Another strong and fine challenge from West Ham United. Chester's now pressing up for the Hammers. Almost worked. Both he and Kadoa have to race back now for West Ham United as Fulham moving themselves forward again. Although that won't last. Good play from Robinson. Harris now for Fulham. We're getting close to now or never territory. Arojo. McCoy Splat now for Fulham. Payaziti looks to play it down the line. And his attempt to do so was denied illegally, which is why Fulham have themselves a free kick. So we're not too far away from finding out how much stoppage time there will be. The only real stoppages I can think of are all the substitutions. But 4 minutes are added at the end of the 90. As Fulham have a late opportunity to get the ball into the West Ham United penalty area. And it was dangerous again. That danger won't end there as Fulham have themselves a corner. A fine ball into the middle of the penalty area. And was that Casey there reaching highest for West Ham United? There's been a real mix in quality from these corners on this near side from Hilton. That wasn't a bad ball as Fulham go on and on. Eventually it was the acrobatic attempt forward which left a simple save for Hedgie and goal for West Ham United. But Fulham winning that first contact. 2 players in there for West Ham United trying to win the second. Most importantly, Hedgie got the third. As West Ham United have themselves a free kick. Just what they want with a couple of minutes to go. We're just taking a second look at it now. And it was well won by Robinson. I wonder what Casey will do. Will he go long just to keep it away from his own goal? Already in the Fulham half. So let's just swing it out towards the far side. Kadoa ends up on the deck. And it's anywhere will do kind of situation now for West Ham United and there for Casey. As Fulham have just under 2 minutes now. And that's exactly what West Ham United will want. It's not been a game of a huge amount of chances, which makes that Mubama moment so much more important. When he hit the back of the net not too long before half-time in the first half. But at the moment, it's West Ham United coming forward very late on in the second. So they'll keep it high up on the field with the throw. West Ham do win the first ball. Give it straight back towards Fulham, who have to get themselves forward now. Might just be their last chance. As Mubama chasing back for West Ham United. Important that the number 9 got there. Payet now for Fulham. West Ham still happy to press at Fulham, even so late on. As there'll be one last chance to get it long for the away side. This was the foul on Robinson. Robertson was being pulled. West Ham United won't mind though, because it was the last of the action. And it was that one moment of action from Mubama late on in the first half, which is the difference. Unlike him, he needed 2 chances, or 2 attempts to find the back of the Fulham net. But just like him, he gets his goal. It's 5 in 4 games for Mubama in the Premier League 2. It's 5 in 3 games in all competitions. It's just the 1 goal tonight, which makes the final score West Ham United 1, Fulham 0. Was that goal? It was their own problems, really. Mubama started it by winning it back. Needed that help just to play the perfect ball in behind. The other bit of help that he needed was that bounce off of the goalkeeper to allow this simple finish into the back of the Fulham net. There was a lot of pressure on West Ham in the second half, but they held out to get the final score. West Ham United 1, Fulham 0.